Hello. Hello, I'm Pam. And today is Friday, September 24th. So it is another episode of Friday Sews. Okay. So, I've talked about this a couple times over the last couple of weeks, is that I am sewing dresses for Project Dress a Girl. And so I have like a little sewing hack and I'm going to share it with you today. So you know how you can do the burrito method on yokes? So I've done the burrito method on this side, but there's so little room there that you can only really do it on one side. So I was able to roll this up and get it under there and do the burrito method and cinch it up. But then I have this other side, and with all that extra, lower the camera so you can see a little bit better. With all that extra, there's just no way you can fit all of that in this little yoke section. So I'm going to give you a hint. And I like to do this with collars and stuff too when I'm doing them for coats and shirts and stuff. So, see this? So here's the piece. And you basically want it, basically have it folded under and then attached to that section there. And so it would basically, you'd be having to want to catch that end in there, and you might end up missing it as you're sewing along. So I have figured out a way to do it. So it looks like you did the burrito method, but it's kind of an alteration. So I just basically take this piece and this piece, okay? And I am flipping them this way. See? You got this. So you have the right side here, okay? This side is the right side, and then we have this side here. See? So we're just basically flipping that around. See? If that makes sense. And then we are going to take and we're going to pin. And pinning is the most essential part of this. So we're just basically maneuvering it all in there. And we're just going to kind of cinch those pieces together there. Like that. And see, you're still going to have all of this stuff sticking out of there. So you're not going to have to worry about that having to be bulked up in this section. We just make sure we have that corner with that corner. And we're going to take it and we're just going to pin that. And then we just take, and we make sure that we have all of these other edges pinned, because we want to make sure that it is going to stay where we want it to stay while we're sewing. Okay, so I just have that pinned there, and then I have all this extra pieces. See, the front and the back, they're just sticking out. So I'm going to go ahead and sew this up and show you. You want to watch? Alright, you can watch. Okay, so I have my machine. I'm just going to move my mouse over from my computer And so I have that. So I'm basically just going to, I don't know. I'm going to sew it on the side that I already sewed the other piece so that I can follow along this stitching. Change that. Okay, now to make the seam just a little bit stronger, I'm going to take it to my serger. So I have my serger just right there. And I have a package of patterns that I just picked up. I'm going to turn on my serger. And I am going to serge this section. Just have to wait for my machine to calibrate. Okay, so let me go ahead and show you. See, I have it all serged. Now, so it's sewn up and it is serged. And we're just going to take this piece and we're just going to flip it out. See? And voila! You have your Burrito Method. And this other side is already done. Isn't that so cool? And this side that's squared is the back side, and this side is the front side. But I haven't added the pockets on yet. Last dress I made, I added the pockets before I pleated it and sewed it together. This one, I haven't added the pockets yet, so I still need to do that. Attached, and then I just need to add the arms, like the sleeves. Yeah, let's add some arms to it. Yeah, I've got to add the sleeves. I have sleeves picked out for it, and then I need to sew up the sleeve and the sides. Now, I have an SE625 sewing / embroidery machine, okay? And I was goofing off with it yesterday. Yeah. So I figured out that you can combine multiple stitches. So look at this. I have the little asterisk, like a little star symbol on there. And I can combine it with the flower symbol. So I can alternate. I figured that out yesterday because, you know, I don't always like to read through the whole manual. I just like to look at it for stuff that I don't understand. But I was playing with it and I was pushing buttons and it was doing the little pattern design. And I'm like, oh, that is so cool. So this is like the third one I've done, I think. Yeah, I think this is the third one that I've done the stitching on. The first one was just the little flowers. The second one was like a little stem with the flowers going up. So let me go ahead and grab you the other dresses that I have completed. I've gotten quite a few completed. I am working on this one and another one that is similar to this one that I am working on. So I'll show, I have the bodice of the other one almost completed. I just need to sew on the bottom part of the other one. On the sleeves. Am I doing sleeves on that one? Yeah, I'm doing sleeves on the other one too, because I had enough of this fabric to do that. So, I'm going to go ahead and show you the other dresses that I have. Hold on. Last week, I had shared with you 3 dresses that I had completed. So the first dress I had completed was this one. Back up a little bit. So I had completed this one. That's my first one. Then it just has elastic in the top, and then it has the ties that they can tie. Okay. And then the second one I had, oh, and that pattern for that first one I completed was the 2391, and I made the largest size on, and it was a size 8, but it seemed a little short to me, so I added a ruffle on the bottom, which I probably added too much, but the pattern is so oversized, like a finished garment measurement for a size 8 is like a 38 in the chest, 30 in the hip, and like the body measurement for like the sizing says 27 for chest, 28 for the hips, so it will work for big girls too. So that was the first one I did. And the second one I did, and these ones I've already talked about last week, but I can talk about them again, right? So I had this cute little one that has the ties around it, and then it has a wick rack and the wick rack on the pockets. I just did rounded edge pockets with the little ruffles, and that one, and then this one was the second dress that I did, and I did little colorful pockets with the hearts. And for those 2 dresses, I used this pattern, the Simplicity 3740, and I took the bodice piece, like the top part of the view, and I just added the dress portion on the bottom, and it's a size 2 for the little girl. And then the other one was that version. I took the top and I just basically added my own like little ruffle details. I didn't even bother with cutting the fabric pieces for the ruffles. I just did it on my own and just attached it all. Yeah. So I went my own way. Okay. So the next one that I have done is this one. And I've added a nice little made some bias to go around the neckline. And then I just have a pink lining for the top. And this one, I didn't do that burrito method with. I could have, but I didn't. Yeah. I had already sewn this to the fabric itself, and I wasn't going to unpick it and redo it all. And it works out just fine. I finished all the edges, so it looks good. And I've added little ties to it, and then it has just little square pockets right here. So it has the 2 pockets. And then on the bottom it also has the bias and along the sleeves. So that is dress number 4. And those are what I had the tags already. And then last week, after I posted my video, Delilah, she's a fellow YouTuber, and she's like, hey Pam, I can send you some more labels. I'm like, that would be great. So I have been busy working on getting these other dresses complete. So, let me go ahead and show you the pattern I used for that flower dress. Right here. So I basically used that view there. And that is a size 16. The largest size on here, size 16. And here's the back drawings. And it comes together quite well. So here is another one that I have finished. It's a blue one. And I've just used a navy blue lining on the inside. And I did the burrito method with this. Did I for all of it? I did. I did do the burrito method for this one too. And that, there's a little bit more room on here. And then I just like did a little nice little detail along the edge. But yeah. And then I have the little ties. Oh, and look at this. I did a nice little blue, like navy blue accent on the pocket. That was fun. I like adding those little things. Like with this one, I added a little piping along the top, and then I folded it down, and just so that pocket was folded over with that little piping. That was lots of fun. I look at these dresses as I'm making them. I'm like, oh, that is so cute. It just makes me happy. So that was dress number 5. Okay, so next dress. So, this is like dress number 7. Yeah. Because I made this dress first. Well, let me just go ahead and show you this one. So this one is a size 12. And I just used this. It's not all like frilly and stuff. It doesn't have flowers on it. Because some girls, they don't want dresses that have flowers on them, I'm sure. And I've just marked it and I just put a size 12. And I'm just going to get some safety pins and pin it on, instead of using actual pins, because I know that could poke somebody if they're not aware. So I'm going to get out my box of safety pins and I'm just going to pin those on there. But look how cute that is. Like, I had this rickrack. I've had it for a while. I got it from a Etsy shop, and it is just adorable. I love how it ties it all together. And then I've also done it on the sleeves. And it just has a little V neckline. And then I've also done it on the bottom hem. And then I've also done the ties on this. And so if that little girl wants to cinch up her dress, she can do that. And then it's got the little pockets right there. So I have that one done. Okay. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 6 dresses right there I've shown you. Next one I have that I've gotten done. This one is a size 8. Oh, let me go ahead and show you the pattern I used for this one here. And I've got another dress in the making with this pattern. So here is the pattern for that. It is a Simplicity 6000, a little girl's dress pattern. And it is from like 1983. So I've omitted the collar. You don't need the collar, right? And I have just kind of, and it's not quite as long torso wise, because the previous person had, because this pattern was already pre-cut and they had cut off part of that torso, and I could tape it back together, but you know, my current style, you'd rather have it sitting up a little higher than sitting lower. And then I've just like kind of used my own piece. I didn't even use that piece per se. I just kind of used my own piece. Yeah. So here is dress number 7. And this is a size 8. And this one I did not add any sleeves onto. I just went and added the bias binding along the edge. And then it's got the cute little wick rack along there. And this one, I was sewing it and I forgot about the Burrito Method at the moment. And I was like, dang it. And so I basically just used some seam, like hem tape stuff, and just kind of tape that down, and then I just sewed on top of it, and it still works out great. And then I didn't have enough of this rickrack left to add it on the bottom or on the sleeves, but I did have enough to add on along the pockets. Just add that little bit of accent. And then this one is so cute. And when I was doing this one, I realized that doing that Burrito Method, it just wouldn't quite work all the way. So I improvised and did that little trick that I had done. And so this one is also a size 8 because the pattern only goes down to size 8. So I did a couple of the size 16. And then I decided, well, I've done enough of the 16. I'm going to make a couple of 8s. And I could like trace out one of the other sizes, but I'm not going to. I'll just leave it like it is. So this one, I've added these cute little heart pockets again. And so let me go ahead and show you the seam I've done on this. You can see it. Like, see, it's just a little hearts along there. You can see it kind of, the outline on the pink there, but that's just white. And this other is like a pink, like a light pink embroidery variegated thread. Then I've also done that on the sleeves and then on the bottom hem. And there's no tie sashes on this one. But that one was number 8, right? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yep, this one's number 8. So I have 9 and 10 in process. So I showed you the first portion of the dress. And I don't even know. Oh, yeah. Duh. I put it underneath my pile. So I've shown you this. And this one will probably be done first. So this is like number 9. And then this other piece. And that number 9 is out of this pattern. And this number 10 is from this pattern. Yeah. So I have it part of the way down here. Have a little V-neck. And I ended up running out of, I didn't run out, but I ended up not having quite enough of this pink fabric left to cut the back in one whole piece. So I just cut half of it, and then I cut the other half and sewed it together and then put it in here, and it works out great. And then see here, I have the little flowers, so I have alternated how they go on. Like, so it does the leaf and then the flower, the leaf and then the flower, and it starts all the way from down here. And then when it reached down here, I just did the couple of flowers going across. And then on the back, I decided, well, I don't want to do the leaf flower combo on the back, so I switched it over to another little like design. Maybe you'll be able to see that. Might just be, looks better this way. Yeah. So yeah, I have this one in process, and I already have the skirt part cut out to sew together. And I'm just going to use my serger and the gathering stitch, and I'm just going to go along, and it's just going to gather the whole thing together, and it's just going to be great. So yeah. And then I'm going to add the sleeves on this. But yeah, so that is what I've been working on all of this week. Lots and lots of sewing. And my 4-year-old has been sick, so he's been home all week, pretty much. And then my husband had surgery, so he's been home, and I've been taking care of them, along with coming down and finding time to sew. So what else? Life. Well, life is good. Like I said, my son has been sick. My husband has been recovering. He had to have like some nose surgery. He had, there's issues with his nose. So he had some surgery done. And so he's doing good now. Getting better, and had to do an oil change on my daughter's car today. As far as the last people that loosened, well, that put on that oil bolt, they tightened it way too tight. I tried and I tried and I could not get it. So I took it up to my local mechanic. I was like, can you please just loosen this? I'm like, we just can't quite get it. It's like, so what exactly would you like me to do? I'm like, well, we can do the rest of it. We just need this bolt loosened. So we drove it back, jacked it up. He loosened the bolt and then tightened it back up. And then we drove home. And then I was able to get the bolt loosened. It took a little bit of effort again. But we got it loosened and got the oil drained and everything. And then my daughter made a whole big mess. Yeah. But that's because I was making her do it. I was just assisting. And it was her responsibility to do it. Because it's her car. Alright. Anything else? No, not really. Just been working on dresses. Yeah, it's so much fun. Have a couple more days left until I need to get them sent off. And I do need to take pictures of all of these dresses and send them to Mari for the Project Dress a Girl over on Instagram, so she can put these extra ones into her tally. Because I haven't taken a picture of any of these additional ones yet. I took a picture of the first 3 dresses. I just haven't taken a picture of the other ones that I have completed. And then I'm still working on completing a couple. And then I still have some tags left. So I'm hoping to be able to get all of these tags used up. So I have 6 more tags. I am in the process of 2 dresses. So there goes 2 tags. So I have 4 more tags left. And I'm thinking for the final 4 dresses, what I want to do is use that other pattern that I have. Because I have another pattern I wanted to give a try. Now I did find another pattern too that I got. And it's this cute one. It's a Butterick 3413. And it's just view B, like this view right here. And let me go ahead and show you the back view. See that? So basically it just has the elastic that cinches it all in. And I thought that would be cute to do. So I might give that one a try. So I can do that one maybe. If I did that one, I would just make 2 of them. And because I do also want to give this one a try. I want to do that version right there, view A, and it has the pockets already built in, which I think that is amazing to already have pockets built in. And so I would like to do that version. And now this one is a plus size pattern. So it's like a 16.5, which like is a girl 16.5. But when you look at the measurements of this, okay, they would work for adults. Seriously. Makes me tempted just to make a view like that for myself. So it's gonna go a 16.5, and with this, okay, the chest is a 36. Pretty nice. Even if we went 14.5, that's chest is 34. Then it has a waist for the 16.5 is a waist of 32. And then it has hips of 39. Well, I don't have hips that are 39 inches. Mine are more of like the 35-inch thing along with my waist. But it's okay because it's supposed to be loose fitting anyways. And then it says finished garment measurements. So it is a loose fitting dress. But, you know, I don't really like dresses. So why would I want to make myself one? Seriously. I don't know. Maybe because I could use one? I don't know. I really don't like dresses. I like my overalls. But that one is cute. That is. And I know there are some adult patterns out that just kind of incorporate that pocket right in to the sewing, which is adorable. I think Jen over on Today in Jen's Sewing Room, she's the one that started this hashtag, by the way, and she has made a couple of dresses that are similar to that. And it's cute. It is. But yeah, I think this would be a great one to try out that pattern and see how I like it. You know, and not only that, but it's a good pattern to have for my daughter. So I have a 7-year-old. Like even with this one. Now she may not ever wear the dress if I made her a dress, but if I made her a shirt, she would wear the shirt. So that would be all good. So that is what I have planned. Like the next 4 dresses are going to be out of these patterns. And then I just have to figure out if I can get all of these dresses crammed into a large shipping box. I haven't tried yet. I'm sure I can. I have a large postal shipping box that I can try to put these into. Yeah. And then get them shipped out after I get everything finished. Alright. Well, I think that is all. That is what my future plans are going to be. And I still have plans to make myself some stuff. But priorities. My priority right now is doing these little girl dresses for Project Dress a Girl. Alright. Well, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you all have a wonderful day. And talk to you later. Bye.